Hey, welcome back to the Root Development channel. This morning we are doing our winter application at this nice property. Gentleman loves when we film his property, so we are at Paul's house. We'll give him a plug. He is very particular of his lawn. He does an amazing job of mowing and hydration. It's one of his pride and joys when he comes home to work is to see his lawn and mow it at the proper height. Stripe kit for his zero turn mower that he runs. But today we are putting our winter application, which is 2100 AMS. AMS, ammonium sulfate, is a great winter closer for a couple of reasons. One, the cold air acts as a natural slow release. So when we get into these cooler temperatures, it's going to actually slow it down a little bit. It is a fast-acting product, so it's going to get into the plant, and that's what we're wanting. We want it to be in the plant quickly, stored in the plant as carbohydrates so that it has a nice spring wake up. Or if we actually have some warm weather during the winter, which kind of hoping not to, it's nice to have the cold temperatures up here in Connecticut. But what I'm doing here on my first pass is I'm actually running down the center of the sidewalk. I have my spinner turned down so I can get that tree belt piece, that 3-foot piece there between the truck and the sidewalk, and also into the edge of the main lawn itself. Now I just back up with my Ego battery-powered hand blower that we have on our machines. One, the color matches well, but tell you what, I've been running them for a couple of years. They're perfect for situations like this. I blow the sidewalks off immediately. That way, if anyone is walking, especially dog walkers, that we're clean, especially once I get busy in the backyard. You notice that I did put my notification sign out front. We're not putting a pesticide down, but we run white ones this time of year, just letting them know that the application was made. And now I'm going to start with my border passes. So we want to cut in all our properties to our hard edges and our property line. And that's going to give us a couple things. One, when we go along the hard edges, we can control the spinner very well so that we're not putting a ton of product onto the asphalt. And two, it gives us an area to turn around. So when we run our main pattern, we can fertilize into those tracks and have a place to turn around. If you notice, I don't like to just run sweeping corners unless the landscape allows it, like coming up here on this mulch bed. I know I can turn that corner very easily and still have the same amount of product equally spread along that corner. It's just physics. When you go around a corner, the inside gets more than the outside type thing. So I do a lot of military corners. Everything's straight, 90-degree turns right up to my edges, lap in. You also see from here that I am going to drive right up to this tree, the mulch bed, to make sure that our product is getting right bit of every grass there and even a little bit into the mulch, just make sure there's coverage. Then we're going to turn, nothing spread right now, come back in at a different angle to make sure I get this little piece that's missed between the tree and the neighbor's yard. Now this will allow me to turn around into fertilized areas, and now I'm going to run this property line between the two houses. As we get out into the backyard, you'll see it's just a 12,000 square foot lawn, nice cookie cutter. We have a bunch of these houses today to do. We're in one of the towns just down from us where we have these nice easy lawns. We're not out on big square footage, which we have plenty of them for. But you can see the color difference there. That customer next to us does use a competitor. And this is the quality that we try to provide to all our customers, as long as they're helping on their part with proper mowing, proper hydration. We use a lot of healthier products in our grass. We talk about turf nutrition, and that's what we do. We want to make the soil healthy so the grass, one, has its best chance, but the grass wants to do what it normally wants to do. It wants to grow. And we feed it good, wholesome products. We are not organic, but we believe in sustainability and great health, whether it's going to be for our human body or for our plants. And we can provide lawns such as this and not have to use some of the hard control products that a lot of companies are using. So here I'm starting to do my main canopy. I'm going this direction on purpose. He does mow in many different directions, but I try to do the longest pass possible normally. But with this property, the backyard is wet out there, and I don't want to be making long ruts on the long pit of the property where my machine's going to be over the water the most. So I'm kind of here, the machine actually bogs down a little bit. It gets damper here, hence that topsoil area where he's trying to push some water away. So I just want to kind of run the machine, skip over it instead of running the long way across all that wet I'm not going to say muddy, but close to muddy soil. Don't want to cause any damage or any more ruts that are going to stay there during the wintertime. As you can see, I back into my spot all the way back to make sure that I'm going coverage to coverage, so all the granulars are touching from one side to the other. I will do a video on actually how granulars come out of the machine. They come out of the center of the machine heavier than the edges. That's why we overlap, so the edges double up and it'll get the same amount of product on the sides as it does coming right out of the center of the machine. Again, it's just typical physics of centrifugal force and how they fall onto the paddle itself and where they go. No weed control. This lawn is super clean, has been. I typically find one weed every time I'm here. It's a dandelion up by the curb line where it just gets a little bit of extra heat and tougher areas to water. And it's always a joke. I'll text Paul and say, oh, fire that guy, found a weed. And he says, he'll say something like, oh, I'm already interviewing. All jokes set aside, Paul loves his lawn and he loves the service that we do. We've turned his lawn around. Happy to serve him. It's great to get texts from customers, especially Paul. He'll just send a random text of his lawn in the middle of the summertime. Just he's happy to be sitting on his deck seeing that green carpet. So we're getting close to wrapping up here. We're just about done in the back. We are going to go to the front and you'll see that I am going to blow off the driveway. There's not a lot of the product on the driveway, but we want to make sure obviously it's clean, and I don't want to turn on the driveway. Now, two things happen. One is we don't want to leave tire marks on a driveway. Two, the granulars get mushed into the asphalt when you do turn on them, and sometimes it looks like chalk marks. Nothing horrible, but we want to come into this property and leave as clean as it was when we got here. So again, I'm reaching for my Ego backpack blower and getting it ready. Gonna just zip up and down and blow off. I'm taking a look to see what side's heavier so I can get and blow in front of it so I'm not leaving tire tracks anywhere. And now I'm in the center where granulars weren't, blowing to my edges. Fertilizer's gonna be right up against those edges. Sidewalk's clean. Turn around, we're gonna do the other side, and then just have a little bit of the center to do, and we're out of this place. Again, we're gonna be in this neighborhood for the next couple, probably about the next hour. I think I have 7 or 8 in this neighborhood to do, basically the same size. The next stops where we'll be doing multiple houses per one stop. So we're gonna fill in our centers here, and yeah, Paul's house is complete. Shout out to Paul. Thank you for letting us video this. I want you guys to hopefully like, share, and subscribe, as we'll have many more videos of some applications made. I have some cool footage. I'm getting some time to actually get these out on video onto YouTube, but of our big XL machine, the big steel green. It's massive. It's huge. It's used just for athletic fields, but blessed to be able to have one and some properties I can get on. So we're going to back this baby in. We're going to have everything closed up. And we look forward to seeing you on the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in this type of information, we are a turf nutrition company based in northern Connecticut, right on the Mass border. I've been in this business for 40 years itself. We also have a podcast under the same name, and another business where we help young companies grow and succeed in the green industry called Lawn Care Launch. Feel free to check that out if you're starting a green industry business or have been in it. We would love to help you grow and succeed, and we'll catch you on the next one.